I've really become aware of the fact that every decision you make comes at a cost. So let's say you've got 2 hours tonight, and those 2 hours you can do whatever you like in it. What is the cost of that decision? Well, whatever you decide to do, it actually comes at the costs of everything else that you could do. So for example, if you chose to spend those 2 hours tonight playing Fortnite, you get to play the game, you get to have fun and all of that sort of stuff, but it comes at the cost of everything else that you could possibly do. So let's say you earn $15 per hour working. Well, that 2 hours now costs you the $30 that you could have made working. Let's say you instead chose to go to the gym. Well, that 2 hours now costs you the gym workout and the future health benefits. Let's say you're invited out with friends. Well, that 2 hours now costs you the 2 hours of friendship. If you're studying or practicing an instrument or anything like that, that 2 hours could be spent bettering yourself in that way. Now, there's no real right answer because, whichever one you choose comes at the cost of every other one. This concept is known as opportunity cost. This opportunity cost applies itself across every decision you ever make. If you study one thing, you can't study something else. If you go on a date with one person, you can't date someone else. If you choose to apply yourself to learn one thing, you can't learn anything else. And, it's fairly obvious, but really, when I think about what this means, it really means that every decision, every moment really does matter, because it's not about choosing between two things. It's about choosing one thing over every possible thing that I could possibly do. So that leads me to go, well, how do I best want to spend my time? What is the best use of my time? Because, those 2 hours I could spend gaming, I could spend exercising, I could spend learning, I could spend socializing, I could spend working. Everything comes at a cost. So what am I willing to give up to get the best use of that 2 hours, or, the rest of my life, as, every decision leads to every other decision. So I suppose what I want to leave you with is, are you aware of the term opportunity cost? And if so, what are you giving up to do what you want to be doing? So speaking of opportunity cost, doing videos like this and my podcast and blog and books and all that sort of stuff comes at a cost. And the main cost is my time. I do it because I'm passionate and because I believe that what I'm doing here can help other people. So what I'm asking for in exchange is a $1 monthly contribution through Patreon. If you have $1 per month to spare, please head over to Patreon, subscribe, check me out, and you can find me at Zach P. Phillips on patreon.com. And, $1 per month on your end really won't be noticed. But if a bunch of you get together and collectively put that $1 in each, on my end it will be noticed. And that'll enable me to dedicate a lot more time to doing this as opposed to doing other sorts of work, because I'll be able to dedicate the time to doing videos and blogs and podcasts and all that sort of stuff as opposed to regular work. So if you like what I'm doing here and you've got that $1 to spare, head over to Patreon, help me out. Thanks.